In this video, we're going to be taking a look at numerical expressions, and it's important to remember that you need to have your Go Math book, a pencil, and your math journal out. Now, the essential question that I want you to write in your math journal is, how can you use a numerical expression to describe a situation? Before we move into just diving right into numerical expressions, let's talk about what a numerical expression actually is. Okay, a numerical expression, as you can see right on page 43, is a mathematical phrase that has numbers and operation signs but does not have an equal sign. Okay, so we'll be able to see what a numerical expression is here in just a little bit. Okay, but it's a mathematical phrase that has numbers and operation signs but does not have an equal sign. Okay, for example, we have, let's say, 8 plus 5. That's an example of a numerical expression. Once I put that equal sign right here, that is not a numerical expression anymore. Okay, so it's important to understand that as we go. Numerical expression is just a mathematical phrase that has numbers and operation signs but does not have an equal sign. So let's take a look at one. Here it says Tyler caught 15 small bass and his dad caught 12 small bass in the Memorial Bass Tourney in Pennsylvania. Okay, we won't try to pronounce that necessarily. Write a numerical expression to represent how many fish they caught in all. Okay, so if we're taking a look at that, first of all, we need to think about the operation that we need to use. Okay, so trying to figure out what we're trying to find. All right, so we're trying to find how many fish they caught in all. Okay, so in other words, we're going to add them together, so we're going to be using the addition sign. All right, so my numerical expression to represent how many fish they caught in all, okay, we will have 15 representing Tyler and 12 representing his dad. Okay, I want you to write, you don't necessarily need to write that in. Okay, so 15 plus 12 represents how many fish they caught in all. And as you can see, the numerical expression has the operations, the numbers, but does not have an equal sign. So let's take a look at the example on page 43. It says write an expression to match the words. So first of all, addition. So it's telling us right away, okay, Emma has 11 fish in her aquarium. She buys 5 more fish. Okay, so we can see easily that 11 fish, it's addition. Why is it addition? Because she's buying 5 more fish. If she was returning, 4 more fish. If she was returning 4 fish, it would be subtraction. Okay, so we can see that. All right, another example. So before I move on, we can see the numerical expression here is 11 plus 4. Why is it a numerical expression? We can see that it has numbers, has operation, addition, no equal sign. Okay, next one. Lucia has 128 stamps. She uses 38 stamps on party invitations. Okay, so we have that, and we have the 128 minus. Why is it minus? Why is it subtraction? Because she used 38 stamps. Okay, so we have 38 right here. So 128 minus 38 represents this problem, numerical expression that represents it. Has numbers and operation, but does not have an equal sign. Next one, Carla buys 5 books. Each book costs $3. Okay, you may try to figure out how much, do the books cost in all, for example. Okay, so this would be multiplication. 5 books, each costing $3. So we have our 5 books multiplied by 3 here, or $3, okay, for our numerical expression. And division, 4 players share 52 cards equally. All right, so 52 cards divided by, why is it divided by? Because they're sharing. Okay, it's equally, they're sharing it, amongst 4 players. Okay, so 52 divided by 4. So you can see what an addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division numerical expression all look like. Okay, so if you're ever confused on what operation you're going to use, you can come back to this part of the video and see some really good concrete examples. Okay, let's take a look at example 2 on page 44. It says which expression matches the meaning of the words. Okay, and on the right hand side of your book it says underline the events for each day, circle the number of days these events happen. Okay, just something to think about as you're going through this. So it says that Doug went fishing for 3 days. Each day he put $15 in his pocket. At the end of each day he had $5 left. How much money did Doug spend by the end of the trip? Okay, so some things we want to do. Underline the events for each day, circle the number of days they happen. Okay, so 3 days that happen. The events, each day he put $15 in his pocket. Okay, and then also he had $5 left. How much money did Doug spend by the end of the trip? Now, next part here we want to think about. And you can see it on page 44. It says, think each day he took $15 and had $5 left. He did this for 3 days. Okay, so we need to think about what expression can you write to show how much money Doug spends in 1 day. All right, so what we can do is we can take $15 and subtract 5 from it. Why is it 5? Because he always had $5 left. And then the answer would basically give you how much money he's spending each day. Okay? And then as far as thinking through this, think about what expression can you write to show how much money Doug spends in 3 days. Okay, so we have our how much he spends in 1 day. 15 minus 5. And it's 3 days, so since it's 3 days, we're going to multiply how much he spends in 1 day by 3. Okay. So now we can solve this problem. 15, we do parentheses first. We'll learn about that here in the next couple videos here. 15 minus 5 is 10. And then we multiply that by 3. Okay, so at the end of 3 days, Doug had spent actually $30. Okay, so which problem, for example 3, take a look at which problem matches the expression 20 minus 12 plus 3. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is read through the 2 problems here. Okay, and we want to list the events in order. Okay, so we can see that first of all, for both of these, Kim has $20. Okay, so we know that. And then next, for these, that Kim spends, and let's write this down for both of the left and right hand side, Kim spends $12. Okay, then after that, she finds and let's write this out. She finds $3 for the one on the left hand side, and the one on the right hand side spends spends $3 on the one here on the right hand side. Now taking a look at this expression, do the words match the expression here? Okay, of 20 minus 12 plus 3. Okay, do the words on the left-hand side match that expression? That is a no, it does not. Okay, because we have Kim has $20, she spends 12, so far so good. Okay. Okay, so she finds $12, then she finds $3. Okay, so that would not necessarily going along with that. So 20 minus 12 plus 3, okay, would not go along with that. But if she spends, okay, $3, and then she also spends $12, that's adding what she spent together, okay, giving us 15, okay, and then 20 minus 15 we'd be able to figure out how much she has left, okay? So the one on the right hand side matches that expression. Okay, I want you to work through the on your own section and write the numerical expression of this problem. When you're finished, you can press play and I will have the answer for you. Remember, you can go back to the examples of the different expressions to match the different operations. So pause the video now. Okay, you can see that Jose shared 12 party favors equally among 6 friends. Remember, whenever you're sharing something equally among friends, that's a key sign for division. 12 divided by 6. Next one, Brandon has 14 baseball cards. He finds 5 more baseball cards. Write this in numerical expression. When you're finished, you can press play, and I will have the answer for you. So pause the video now. So we have 14 plus 5. Why is it addition? 14 baseball cards. He finds 5 more. In other words, there's more cards that he's adding to his baseball cards. So 14 plus 5. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Monique had $20. She spent $5 on lunch and $10 at the bookstore. So take a look at this problem, and when you're finished writing the numerical expression, you can press play, and I will have the answer for you. So pause the video now. Okay, so 20 minus 5 minus 10 could work. Why is it subtraction? Because Monique had $20 and she's spending money. You could also have written it like this: 20 minus, and then we have $5 plus $10. That would also work as well. Okay, as long as you have the parentheses up. Now what I want you to do at the bottom of page 45, draw a line to match the expressions with the words. When you're finished with this, I will have the answer for you. So pause the video now. Okay, so here are the answers. I did these all in different color ink so you'll be able to tell where I drew my lines to. So let's take a look at the test prep problem. On page 46, I want you to work through this problem all by yourself. When you're finished, you can press play, and I will have the answer for you. So pause the video now. Okay, here's the answer, letter C. Make sure it matches yours. You may need to go back and rewatch part of the video. So let's get out your math journal. How can you use a numerical expression to describe a situation? I want you to copy down this answer in your math journal. You may need to pause the video to do this. And that concludes our numerical expressions video. If you have any questions about this concept, please come and see me.